eye that Constantine wants is in the abandoned cathedral of the Hammerites. The cathedral is located in a section of the city that was deserted years ago, after some kind of catastrophe. I've heard stories of the incident. Most are wild rumors about hordes of zombies and raging fires. Now that part of the city is walled off, and no one's allowed to go in. Not that many people would dare to in the first place. Maps of the area are easy to find in attics and old trunks, but like all of them, the one I've got is over 50 years old. I'll make my way through the ruins to the Hammerite Cathedral, and find a way inside. Once I get inside the cathedral, I'll have to locate the eye. Something tells me that this is not going to be easy, but for the amount I'm getting paid, I'm willing to take some serious risks.
The Haunted Cathedral. Difficulty hard. Find the cathedral. Find a way to get inside the cathedral and steal the eye. Take the opportunity to steal other valuables. A valuable item called the Serpentile Torque is reputed to be somewhere in these ruins. Find it. Exit the ruins. Hey everyone! Welcome back to some more Let's Play Thief Gold. In the last episode, we retrieved the sword for Constantine, a magical blade which does not reveal us even if drawn in darkness. It was quite an effort to take it. We were spotted by quite a few more guards than I would have liked to have been spotted by, but we still managed to get it and get out of the mansion. We didn't even die. Though we did do a few reloads, if I recall correctly, due to awkward mantling at one spot, which caused me to drop and fall. In any case, it was a lot of fun, and we got most of the treasure that Constantine had lying around in his mansion, because I suspect that mansion was designed as a test. Constantine told us at the end of the cutscene from the last video that we were being tested to see if we could retrieve that sword, and I suspect he wanted to see if we had what it took to get it, due to similar things possibly being necessary to retrieve this gemstone known as the Eye for him. So a bit of treasure lying around in his place to tempt us to take it, without dying of course, because the place was filled with traps, and then the sword itself, which was rather difficult for us to acquire. In any case, here we are at the deployment screen now. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got that might be new before we purchase things over on the right. Constantine's sword. The strange black sword seems to prevent your foes from noticing that you have it drawn, even when you're about to strike. The way this sounds makes it seem like we can have it drawn at all times, and no one will realize that we've even drawn it. I don't know if that's actually the case, and I don't know if we'll get a chance to test it, because I do not think we'll be in an area where there is no guards and curfew is not around in the future. Be interesting as a weapon, though, if that was the case. We have nothing new over here that we haven't seen before. And over here, there's nothing new we haven't seen before either, with the exception of one thing. A tip. An acquaintance is willing to sell you some pages from a journal that he claims belonged to a long-ago fighter of the undead. I said at the very beginning of this playlist that as a house rule I must purchase all tips, even if I know what they say. Even if they make common sense. Which is what this one does. I know both what this says, and I knew what to do about this tip even before I purchased it the first time, many years ago. But we still purchase it. Now, what do we know about the area we're going into? Well, apparently, Garrett believes there's probably some undead here because he's bringing 2 vials of holy water, but not many water arrows to help him here. Fire arrows are useful for dealing with zombies, as we've seen as well, and flash bombs can damage them too, although I don't think we used any of these when we were in the Haunted Mines earlier, or the Bone Horde. In any case, if we're going to be fighting more undead, let's bring more water arrows with us to help us with that. 11 water arrows. We will go through those with 2 vials of holy water, so I don't know if we'll purchase any more. Let's see what else we might want. So we're starting with 5 noisemaker arrows already, so we're not going to need any more. Not that I'd buy them anyway. We have 5 rope arrows. I highly doubt we'll need more of them. With 5 of them, we might purchase another. It's a Hammerite temple that we'll be getting into, though. We know Hammerite temples tend to have tile in them from our previous time in one. Were we actually in a temple? Yes, kind of. The penitentiary. Let's take at least 3 of these. We're not starting with a healing potion. We will fix that. Well, have we read about the binds yet? I don't know if we have. I don't think we have we? So let's go ahead and read about this really quick. This grenade will produce a fiery explosion when touched, is what it says. That's actually not necessarily true. It's when they are proximity mines. You don't have to be directly over it, but you will have to be pretty close. But still, not directly stepping on it. They're $3.50 for each one if we want them. Why not purchase at least one? In case we do encounter some undead. Mines can be used to blow up multiple undead as well. That could be really useful. Well, let's purchase maybe 2 fire arrows. We can get another mine, I suppose. $161 left. I think that's enough to purchase another moss arrow. And I think that will be all we need. I hope so, because we don't have any more cash to spend on gear. So with all that said, let's do it. First thing I think we'll do is take a look at the paper we just picked up, the tip that we read, and the map that we have. Department of Public Works, work order. The power grid control box to the neighborhood around Southern Reuben Street is located inside a residence. It should be in a public workstation like all the other power grid boxes. We may need to build a new maintenance cell in that neighborhood. If so, be sure to contact the Census Bureau so they can update the map. It is important that all public workstations be marked on the map with a gear icon, but we haven't been vigilant enough about this. Sounds like there are zombies here. Those who fight undead fall into 2 groups, the resourceful and the slain. The well-prepared knight will arm himself well with holy water. However, a more convenient tactic, as well as one much less taxing on the purse, is to take advantage of the zombies' antipathy for all living creatures and look for other convenient targets to divert the pursuer. Excerpt from the Journals of Morgan, declared anathema by the Smith in exile. In the past, when I've played this mission, I've tried searching up here with a rope arrow, but gotten stuck. I'm going to try anyway to do this again. Let's see if I get stuck trying to mantle this. Good. And there's nothing up here, though, except a ledge. Or is there? No, there's no ledge. But there was a zombie. On the other side of this wall. Let's look at our map really quick. So we're in Reuben Street, and I'm guessing we're here. Having just came over the wall, or maybe over here. In any case, we must be in that residence that was marked on the map. These gear icons must be other different power boxes. Each one probably turns on a different section of the power grid in the city. We want Cathedral Street, which means we're going to follow Reuben to the north, then to the east slightly, and then south. Once we find this, I'm guessing this is a barber shop and a tavern, it looks like. There is a ledge here. Wow, it's so well hidden. But I don't think we can make that height. You have an interesting choice to make, by the way. When you do this mission, do you put on the lights and let yourself see things, treasures that are hidden? Looks like this place is quite destroyed. In which case, the treasures could be anywhere. Or do you leave the lights off and have a safer time navigating these ruins? Let's explore this area with the lights on, I suppose. We'll see how much of a difference it makes. I didn't want to drop that. Did I drop it straight through the... No, the world. No, I did not. Okay. Landros. The City Council is deeply grateful for the efforts of your men in emergency construction of this great wall, which now begins to shield us from the dangers behind it. We know the hours of backbreaking labor you have already given us, but regret that we cannot yet allow you any rest, as the work is of greatest urgency. You have our deepest sympathies at the loss of your workers Barton and Aiden to the zombies, but you must know that your men number among the legion lost to this evil. As we regain our city, with the undead put down and the wounded given succor, we have freed a watch of the guard to accompany your men as they finish, so do not let fear stop your efforts. The city counts on you. Do not fail us in our hour of need. Lord Whitsaman. It would seem that the rumors Garrett was talking about in the beginning of this episode are founded. An armory. 12 broadhead arrows. Remember that broadheads can kill well, they can drop zombies. The zombies will not be destroyed. They will get back up at full life again. But you can temporarily put them down. And as long as you do not approach them, they will not get back up. Some flash bombs. And 2 mines. Interesting gear for a blacksmith, though it seems to be up in a different section of his shop. Moss-covered stone, not a moss roof. We cannot mantle up there. That was terrifying. Maybe we should leave the lights off. Uh-oh. Oh, do you see that down there, everyone? That was no zombie, and the sounds it's making are unfamiliar as well. More than just the undead exists in the city now. Main Street. Sounds like it went to the left. If it did, then it has to come back to the right. Although now I'm hearing it in a different direction. The zombie and something else we haven't heard before. Sounded like something echoing, random mumbling. That would, I don't know what they're called. I'm gonna call them a specter, but I'm not sure that's a proper term for it. But they too are undead. It would seem that traveling up here is going to get us quite a bit of trouble with the undead. Down below, though, we have that strange creature we heard. Perhaps apparition would be a better term for those. Pit right in front of us here. It might lead down to the same where we saw that strange creature earlier. How close this one patrols. Next to the wall, but this one Okay, doesn't come in here. It's brightly lit down there. Oh, this is where we started from. More or less. Remember what I said about keeping the power on? Now that we've searched this place, why don't we put the power back off here? And now I feel comfortable dropping down here. We will drop down here as well. Instead of using a rope arrow? No, let's just roll out just to be safe. It looked like he didn't come all the way into this room, whatever it was. That is a Crayman, I believe is what they're called. Craymen are particularly dangerous. They do an incredible amount of damage, if I recall correctly, if they hit you with those gigantic claws of theirs. We'll get a good look at it, assuming it doesn't walk right into us and kill us instantly. They have a lot of life, also, if I recall correctly. They're not easily killed. Aright icon. You could search the pool. Let's wait until it comes back and leaves again before we do so. I wouldn't mind exploring. Looks like a cellar of some sort. We found that small golden goblet. I'm a little worried we won't be able to mantle back up out of the pool if we fall into it, but we'll take the chance. Oh, that's terrifying. It doesn't actually patrol. It's patrol fully. There is an area that is pitch black for us, which is good. Won't say no to 2 water arrows. That was very good that we searched that. No other exits from that pool, though. Stagnant water. The shape of this tunnel, which struck me as being similar to ones created by Burricks from our encountering of them in the Bone Horde mission. Rope arrow, a noisemaker, and a key. How on earth did that come to be here? Feels like we're deep down in a cave system of some sort, which would be odd, considering that the city seemed like it was right above us. I keep expecting to hear a Burke snorting anytime soon now. I wonder what Burks, like, how do they decide to go in certain directions? These seem like small tunnels that they made while looking for something, and then they changed their mind and went in a different direction. I wonder why they choose to dig tunnels the way they do. We can't crouch in here. There are Burks. Getting closer. I'd rather not have a pot of Burks angry at me. This is gonna somewhat suck. Gonna be rather loud up here. I saw the power box, but I don't know if I want to turn it on quite yet. We don't know where we're located, but we must be near one of these two power junction boxes. Despite the fact that the apparitions are insubstantial, they cannot get through gates like this. I'm a little nervous about opening this gate, since we've seen zombies go through doors that we unlocked where they previously were not doing so. I want to see what's out here. Cathedral Street. We must be here. And that must be south. Oh, well, this passage to Cathedral Street's not going to take us anywhere. Structure has fallen, is blocking the path. That looks like a Burke's head to me. When it comes to apparitions, they are different than zombies are in their method of attack. They will throw skulls at you, summoning them. More than one, I think. Like a fan of them. Oh, this is bad. Actually, Tim, you should leave that on. Quite busy out here all of a sudden. There's two zombies around. Uh-oh. That one's to our left. Very, very dark in here. But I can make out everything. Wouldn't mind having the lights on here. I can see the water arrow over there from here. I think we might be able to get that without needing to do any crazy jumping. Wonder if all this is powered by Ruben's power box, in which case we should go back and turn that back on again. I don't think it likely is, though. Another thing about apparitions is that they can be permanently destroyed with normal arrows or your sword, but they will take quite a few hits to destroy. It might be worth using a mine here if I see one patrol this way. I would rather avoid using the mine on these zombies, as they are more or less circumvented. I think we're on to Perrin Street. I have no clue where we are. Neither does the map. Well, even though it's dark, I think we still go up here. Unless I can find the power box very quickly. I do not like where that one is walking. I really want the power on, so I can have a better look around in there. Where am I? DePerrin Street. Where is to the south? A burrick. I always feel a little guilty for what I'm about to do, but this would get this zombie to attack that burrick. Zombies are not known for their great lung capacity. And burricks have no way to defend themselves in melee if they're attacked. If there's any more burricks over there, those undead will eliminate them for us. Uh-oh. But this could go... okay. Bad for us. Underground stream. Nice notes here. We can always leap into it if we need to get away from some undead. Two more water arrows and 2 fire arrows in this little storage area. I like to think that Garrett doesn't find arrows. Actually, these are technically crystals, is what they're called. I've always wondered what they consist of. Like, it's an elemental crystal of some sort, but why are they here? Normally, we'll find water crystals in sources of water, fire crystals near sources of fire, and so on. But sometimes I guess maybe the factory here might have produced one of them. Wonder if it's somewhat like the anomalies in Stalker. How those appear in certain areas. Like electrical ones will show up near power stations. That is no longer as safe as that place used to be. With a light on it in that corner. Much better. And only one thing up here, but useful. A breath potion. Breath potions, when drank underwater, don't ask, allows you to recover your entire breath meter. You're going to make some noise here. It's walking slow because it heard that and will likely walk into this room. Not this room, but I'm sorry, the building. But it also won't be able to, well, see me, but it can still fire at us, as it were. Ledge. So let's look out over the city. There's no way we can fit in that hole, even if we could manage to mount into it there. Via jumping, but that's not going to work. That's where we found the water arrow earlier. Now that we might be able to do. That's a tricky jump. Wow, we just took, what is that, 2 damage from that little fall? If we can down a zombie here, we should make the attempt to do so. Drew back on the arrow too soon. Would have liked to have killed it with normal arrows. It would have fallen here, and we'll never be back here again. As much as I would like to make that jump, I don't know how we actually do that. That's a really tricky jump. Maybe we can mantle or fall onto the light. Actually, the zombies are gone. Maybe we give that a try. Or they're not gone. But they're also not getting closer. Let's give this a try. Didn't work. Uh-oh. Constable Tool's a degenerate. Every time we have a blackout, I have to go haul his ass out of the pub to get him to unlock the maintenance cell for the Market Street power grid. If he wasn't the Baron's nephew, they would have fired him months ago. Seems like we should build a mantle on top of one of these. I don't know how we would do that, though. Why? There's no reason to down that one. Maybe we can mantle onto this, and then leap onto one of these. Let's give it a try, everyone, and then we'll be done with this session. No luck. These are made of stone, so our rope arrows won't stick into these at all. So that's a hint that there's a key to the power boxes. On probably a corpse in the tavern. Oh, that one saw us. Yep, it's moving much faster. It might be going to get help. I would like to go back to the Burrick Tunnel, that waterway, and see where the rest of it leads. I thought I saw what looked like a building falling on the right briefly there. It was terrifying to me. pathway here. Not sure if that Burrick is only patrolling up there, if this is the one we saw earlier. Sounds like it's a different one. Because I don't hear it approaching. There's two of them up there. At least two. Oh, that's interesting. We're not going this way. Then I guess we will stop here, everyone. We'll have to figure out a way past either the Burricks. A noisemaker could do that. Or risk running out amongst the undead and searching the rest of that ruined area. But we'll do one of those two things in the next episode. So thank you guys for watching. That will hopefully see you then. Take care, everyone.